usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Army's offense will start this game off with the football. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. So the Navy midshipman offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this in-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening. Receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. looking for a man. It's Green. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Navy comes to the line, facing second and short. Wants to go up top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Cook got some room in under the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he got that extra point through. No slipping on the snow. It was good. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll give it to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Black Knights headed quickly to the line. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incomplete.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Navy! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Damn, you're going to have to find someone working into a...
He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pulls it in. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The hand to the running back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Army! Quick strike through the air for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game and the Mids blew him out.
And since that first blowout, obviously this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport, this is it right here.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. Tries to get it on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's nice to be an offensive coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks. All easy, high-percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage up front.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now, Third and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
It's complete to the right, and that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Green. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Put downfield, they've got to score points.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Off the play fake. The punt team. The Black Knights will punt this one away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Hill. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Navy quick to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. They bring the punter onto the field now. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Handoff to the single back. Makes a man miss. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Black Knights! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Navy will go back on the attack. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Looking downfield, it's Green. That pass is incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Flips it out to the back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Goes to the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Hill. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Away as Navy has pushed out this lead and smooth sailing ahead for the midshipmen.
How about Navy handling this moment? This is a huge moment. Obviously, only show went down. Everybody cheering for you. The weather's always awful. Navy's done a great job executing, taking advantage of some Army mistakes, and they got the lead, Paul.
A big opportunity, obviously, for Navy's program, but also doing it on a national stage. They have come out and they have dominated Army. They're executing better. They've run the ball better. Defensively, they've been stout. This has been impressive.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And the Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Convert through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Onto the field. Here's the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The option look. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Positive plays, that's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Black Knights want to move quickly. On the ground, it's Abraham. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down in the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Rush is on him. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Army! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll try the run. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Green. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And Navy will go back on the attack. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the foot.
Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Dropping back, it's Hill. Right on the money. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got his man. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. At the 20, he's got space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Pressure coming. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Back to throw. It's Green. Complete. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, pulls it and keeps it to the left. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. So Navy beats Army, and it is tradition for the victory.